Hey guys, so I'm here to do my December book haul. And this month I've gotten quite a few books, so if you want to grab yourself a little cup of tea for this video, you should probably go right ahead and do that. The first book I picked up this month was from my campus bookstore. They were having a really good sale on this, and I've never read this book, but I thought that this was a really pretty cover. It's the 50th anniversary edition of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest by Ken Casey, and I've always wanted to read this book. I mean, I've heard it talked about so many times, and I started reading like the first couple pages and it intrigued me, so I think that this will be a really fun read. The next three books I got were from Barnes & Noble, and I have actually already finished two of them. The first one is Pathfinder by Orson Scott Card, and this was an incredible book. It really blew my mind. I can't wait to read Ruins, which is the next book, and I think the third book is actually out as well, and so I'm going to be reading those as soon as I can. The next book that I got at Barnes & Noble that I have already read is My True Love Gave to Me, which is 12 Holiday Stories edited by Stephanie Perkins, and I talked about this in my wrap-up for the Christmas Booktubeathon, and there were some stories in here that I absolutely loved, some that I didn't care for so much, but overall I gave this one 4 out of 5 stars. The last book I got on that Barnes & Noble book trip was The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. And yes, I have already read it, but I read it a long time ago, and I remember enjoying it. I liked it, but the booktube community, I feel like, has really embraced this one as a very important and powerful book. And I don't remember it being that life-changing for me, so I really do want to give this a good reread and see if maybe I missed some stuff or if it was more relevant for me in my life at this point. So I wanted to have it because I did like it and I want to reread it. The next couple books I got are from an order on Amazon, and this is probably the one that I'm most excited about from that order, and it is The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender, and this is by Leslie Walton. And first of all, just look at this cover right now. So freaking beautiful. I just can't even believe it. And the side's beautiful, and I love this. This is really cool because I've been loving magical realism lately, and this one is about a girl who is born with wings, and so that's a really cool concept. I can't wait to read this one. The next book I got on Amazon is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe, and this one is by Benjamin Alair Sayans. I don't know if I said that right. I have no idea, but I'm sorry. And this one got a ton of awards, and I've heard great things about it. I believe it's about a boy who's sort of like an outcast, and another boy who's more popular who takes him under his wing. Is what I think it's about, but I could be totally wrong. But I'm excited to read this one. It looks like a sort of like a nice adventure book. I see a truck and some road, and so that sounds cool. Sorry, there's kind of a glare on the books right now, but yeah, so I'm excited to read that one. The next book I got on Amazon is Let It Snow, which is another holiday collection book. This one has 3 stories, and it's one's by John Green, another one by Maureen Johnson, and the third is by Lauren Miracle. And I said in a previous video that I wanted to read this one this holiday season, but I did not get around to this one. So hopefully I'll either read it next season or sometime when I'm just feeling in the holiday spirit. I don't know, but I am excited to read this one. This book here, I just realized it still has some like ticker stuff on it. This one I got secondhand on Amazon. The other ones were, I believe they were new. I think so. But this one I got secondhand because I saw a review of it on, I believe on Goodreads. Was it on Goodreads? It was somewhere. And it sounded like something that I would really like. It's about young love, first love, and it's called The Promise of Stardust, and it's by Priscilla Sibley. I don't know. And also the cover is really cool. If you didn't have these little sticker things, you could probably see better. But it has this beautiful heart here. It looks like it's like drawn on a cloudy window, so that's kind of cool. This one, yeah, it just drew me in for some reason, and so I bought it secondhand, and I look forward to reading it. This next one I can't believe I didn't already own, but it's Paper Towns by John Green, another one of my favorite authors, and I have not read this one. I'm excited to read this one. I might save it till maybe like I'm going on a road trip or something, because it kind of looks like a road trippy kind of book, or maybe a summer read, so we shall see, but I do think this looks very good. The next 10 books, which is kind of a lot, I know I went a little crazy this December. The next 10 books I found at secondhand bookstore, so they were super cheap, and I did not feel bad about getting them. So the first one here is To Be Sung Underwater, which is by Tom McNeil. This one, I don't know what drew me in. I mean, I think it's just a beautiful cover, and the side also intrigued me, like that really beautiful side there. This one's about a woman in her first love, and then she ends up going on to marry somebody else and has children with them, and then her life isn't exactly what she pictured it, and so she goes back to the first man, I believe, is what it seems to say on the inside cover. But that looks like an interesting plot, kind of like almost like The Notebook, I would say, maybe. Like a first love kind of book. As I said, I do like those kinds of books, so this one does look good. The next book is The Hours by Michael Cunningham, and this one I saw Ashley from Climb the Stacks. I believe she read this one, or at least she like called it or talked about it, and it looked interesting. It looked like a classic. It got an award, the Pulitzer Prize, and so I figured this is a good one to have on hand when I'm feeling like reading a good, classic, award-winning, short book. So that's that one. Another one that Climb the Stacks Ashley talked about is Toni Morrison's The Bluest Eye. And I have only read Beloved by Toni Morrison, but it was really good. I had to read it for a class, but I really enjoyed her writing style and the themes in the book, and so I thought The Bluest Eye would be a good one to read next. This book is a memoir, and it's Joan Didion's The Year of Magical Thinking. And this one seems like it follows a lot of illness in her family, so it seems very sad. And a lot of tragedy, but if I'm in the mood for a sad, like real read, like a memoir, like I know it actually happened, which I don't know when that's going to happen, but if I'm in the mood for that, I'm going to pick up this one because I hear she has a beautiful writing style as well. And look at the pretty color here. That's going to look nice on my bookshelf. The next book I got is the statistical, wow, that's really hard to say. I've tried multiple times. The Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight. And this one takes place in an airport, and of course it's about love, which I enjoy. So, and this one looks good. It's in really, really good condition, this hardback. So, I have heard really good things about this one. I know a lot of people in the booktube community enjoy this, and so I'm hoping that I will too. And it's a pretty quick read as well, so if I'm feeling like a romance that's not too long, this might be the one. This is another book that the booktube community basically made me buy. Well, didn't make me, but inspired me to buy. And this one I found at another secondhand bookstore, and it's Anna Dressed in Blood. And I have been wanting to read this for a while. I wasn't sure if I wanted to go, pay full price for it because I didn't know much about it. But this, I think I'm going to really enjoy reading around Halloween time. So this is, basically a story about a boy who kills ghosts. And then this ghost comes into his life, Anna, and I believe there might be some sort of relationship between them or something of that sort. If I'm totally wrong, please tell me. But either way, I think I'm going to like this book. I know it's by Kendare Blake. Next up is Outlander by Diana Gabaldon, whatever. This, I think a lot of people probably know what this is, and I've been wanting to read this. I'm not going to pick it up anytime soon. I'm going to be honest with you because this is a serious chunk of a book. But I know that I'm going to want to read this at some point in my future because it's gotten such outstanding ratings, and I think it's going to become like a pretty classic book in the future. So this one I'm excited to have. I like this cover rather than the mass market paperback ones because those ones are just like so short and chunky and heavy. This one's still pretty heavy, but it's a little bit, I feel like it would make more sense on my bookshelf, if that makes any sense. The next book I picked up is The War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells, and I got this one because I've been really enjoying science fiction lately, and I mean, this cover is really cool too. It drew me in, and it's like a hardback. This is interesting, just an interesting collection, I think. And I guess it says it's the Boston Globe Family Classics is like the series that this binding came from. So, I've been really liking science fiction lately, and so this one is definitely a classic science fiction book, and I think that I would really enjoy it at this point in my life. The next book I picked up is The History of Love by Nicole Krauss, and this is another one that I saw on Climb the Stacks, Ashley's channel, and this one looks really good. Again, it's about family and love, and it also has some like bookish details in it, so it's about translating a book and finding an author from what I can get from the back, and those kinds of things interest me obviously because I love books. So I think this is going to have a lot of really cool aspects in it that I'll enjoy. The next book I got is Still Alice, and this is by Lisa Genova, and I wish this copy wasn't It's not in the best condition, which I don't love, but I really did want to read this because it's about a woman with Alzheimer's, and Obs and Lala, or actually Books and Lala, her book channel, she read this one and she said it really drew her in and it was a good read. And the movie just came out, or is coming out. I think it's coming out. And my grandma suffered from Alzheimer's as well, and so this book is about a woman who suffers from Alzheimer's early onset, and it's very sad, but I think that it's going to be a good read and very relevant to my life, so I hope I can read this one soon. The last book I have here is the only Christmas present that I got that's a book, and I actually picked it out myself like a couple days before Christmas and then asked my dad to get it for me. So it's called The Key, and it's by Simon Toyne. I had never heard of this one actually before, but the cover drew me in, and for good reason, because look how gorgeous that is. It's like sparkling, and it's like raised bumps, and the tagline says, "The fate of man lies in the hands of one woman." Like, who would not want to read that? That sounds so interesting. And the side is really pretty too. So this one was in the bargain book section, and I was like, I have to have this. It's coming home with me. So yes, I got this one for Christmas. Cannot wait to read it. Yes. Okay guys, that's it for my book haul. I know there was a lot of books here, and I actually just made an order on Book Outlet because they're having today is the 26th and it's Boxing Day, and they're having a sale today, and so I made an order. I was a little bit naughty and I bought a lot of books that I don't need, but I want them. And so yeah, I will be having a separate video up for my haul for those Book Outlet books, and that should be up pretty soon, as soon as they arrive in the mail. Maybe I'll do an unboxing because that's kind of fun, because then you guys get to see me open it at the same time. It's kind of fun. So yeah, that is it for this haul. I hope you guys had a really very great holiday season. If you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas to you, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!